Hey everybody, Asher here. You may have heard of dotAGE. It's a game that's kind of making the rounds of word of mouth here. Another solo-developed gem. It is a turn-based roguelike city builder, and it's fun. The presentation is good. The gameplay systems are exceptionally interesting and everything like that. You can see I'm kind of deep into sort of my first game, but because I have kind of made some mistakes, as tends to go, I'm going to go ahead and click the new story here, which means that we will erase the current story as it should be. So we did get some score and everything else here. We do have a ×1 difficulty modifier. This game is supposed to be hard, but we do have some research that's actually been unlocked and everything like that. And things kind of turn around and are new for each thing. I don't know what this means. I guess this is difficulty or something, or just happiness, personal, friends, global. I have no friends that play this. Okay, I actually do have a friend that just one. Anyway, new story. We do have some different people that can start off here. We have old man from the pixel art cover here of Mattis, who will let you tell a story about when he was young. I guess this is the difficulty here. We could play on hard, but I'd rather go on the normal here just to show you kind of what it's all about. So normal difficulty, you get the disclaimer. It says this game's hard, don't cry. And we have him saying, "Let me tell you a story. It begins before any of you were born." So we get the same intro. "We'd been traveling for days in strange lands. This is the story of how our village was born, the story of how we defeated a prophecy." And it all began in a lush, secluded valley. We found it several days of traveling. "Just a few more steps, you slackers. We're almost there. My feet hurt." Here we go. So we got all of our peoples here, and they're all very happy. "Oh, I was so young then. I convinced some pips to follow me through here. This is it. This is my place I told you about. We have to stop here. You better not be lying about this new life." So there's Dilla waving her finger around. "Impertinent, follow my example, and all will be well worth the work." So we started work straight away on the construction of our village. So, we're not getting any tutorial shit this time. Apparently I can't build up here. I don't know why we're locked into certain areas. I guess it's because we're near food. So if I had to choose a place, I'd like something that's a little grassier. I can't build on a bush. I do like that water there because of wells. We do actually have multiple water spots up here. And some chimkin and some wood access. And it lets us expand into some of these other areas. I want to work towards stone. One of the nice things about this, and we'll get to that in a little bit, it's I guess it makes sense since you didn't see the introduction for the first time around I played this, is that there's certain elements that get added in the more you play. So it's very much a roguelike. So there is a meta progression element to here. So we built the town hall, and everybody's like, we need a house. But before we do that, let's we have tasks here. We can build a signpost. We can build a thinking post, which is very important because you need to actually be able to stop and think. And I guess one thing I didn't think about is that a thinking post needs to be built next to nothing. If you have anybody working next to the thinking post, it won't work. So we kind of want to put it on the edge. I hate putting it here, but I think we're going to have to start there because I'm going to need some of these woods to develop. All right, so we're going to do this here. All right, so, and we're going to have somebody, we can just click or unclick. We have our people on the top right that shows where we're at. We do have berries to start off with, wood here. We can't do anything with the chickens yet, I don't think. We can build a dwelling, which is important. It holds 2 commoners and requires 1 wood. We can build a wood pile, which requires woods within 1. And we can build a forager, which requires also woods within 1. Foragers are going to be important for actually not food, but for some other stuff that we're going to get a little bit later. So I think I am actually going to go ahead and build a wood pile over here just so we can get that started. You know what? I kind of like this positioning, to be honest. So let's build a house too. Not on the water. If I build the house down here, we can kind of work towards some of this other stuff. One of the things that I ran into is kind of not having a purpose for where I built some stuff. Like, we'll want some things around water, and all will kind of be revealed in time for why things are going the way they're going. But let's get somebody gathering these berries as well. You want all of your people doing stuff here. It's spring, 35 days until the next season. That's going to be very important, talking about prophecy. So we didn't build any forage or food yet, but we got everything else going. And just like that, we have +4, -4, -7 for the wood. One of the great things about this game is, okay, we don't have show in 2 columns or showed 0 resources. All right, one of the great things about this game is that you can actually, you don't have to have resources in the bank at the end of the turn. You can gather them as they like go through. So we'll probably play with what that means. But there's our first turn. Everybody's building. We build a thinking post, we build a wood, and we can start researching. But when I say meta progression, one of the things the game tried to warn you about here is that the research tree changes. So what kind of maybe worked last time isn't necessarily going to work this time. But we do have some unlocks here, like a tomato field is good, a herb picker. So this is kind of all as normal. Tomato place, you can see, needs 3 seeds. We can get that from a forager. We have some growth here. We can get a hunting tent. I think we have some chicken nearby, so that would be good. I screwed myself before by trying to get chickens, thinking this was like Banished. And this is probably the best city builder I've played since Banished. No joke. No joke. I know it's just an early impression here, but Banished had an early enough impression for me too. And I'm loving this because y'all may get a little bit more from this from me. I just was slicing some habaneros like 4 hours ago for something in a crock pot, and I just got habanero juice in my nose, despite the fact that I don't know. That shit just stays in your fingers sometimes. And I wasn't even like trying to dig for gold or anything. So we have meeting points here. We have a chicken pen. I think we will actually research the hunting tent. We can also get a remedy rug. So far this is all pretty similar to before. Already have the signpost. So yeah. So far this is about the exact same, but since we have chickies over here, we can build a hunting post nearby and do some good work with that. We want to have some room for some signposts, and right now I've kind of done a bad job of blocking my expansion from 2 directions here. I think a signpost would actually kill that research place too, wouldn't it? Yep, you can see that signpost dying here, so we'll need to expand out this way or right here. This might be totally fine, so we'll build a signpost there. I guess this turn. May as well build it now. Alright. There's our old man screaming at us. Everybody's doing their thing. Can take you off, put you there. We do have four citizens here. I'm going to need to build another house before long. May as well go ahead and build that cabin. I don't necessarily want to build it against the woods. This is probably fine. This is probably fine. Let's do it like this. It's a little difficult to move those later. Alright, so my plans were involving me having a little bit of a different area layout than what we currently have. So we build a signpost and we have a little speaking event here. People are very happy for some reason. And meditation. The village gains 2 nature. So this is just a random event that pops up sometimes. Unknown resources. Some pips will find new resources in the surrounding village. What they are may not be clear, but we'll figure it out. So everyone's going to bed now. Right now they're living in a tent. That's gonna change here in a minute. Alright, so everybody's kind of doing their thing right now. And we could build that, but maybe the first thing we need to do is to force tube them to make a baby, because you need to grow your village here. And everybody can make babies in this game. That's just the way it is. I think we're actually really good on food right now. We're pretty good on lumber. So we'll build a second house. We're going to try to kind of get that population thing rolling here. I wouldn't mind having a forager. Maybe if we put it like over here. We'll get that a little bit later. And just like that, we witness meditation. We have a baby. Baby Cora is born. Cora is growing. And it's all very exciting. So this is kind of the loop of the game. Like I said, I intentionally wanted to start early so that y'all could get a sense of like where we start versus where we end up here. So here's you. That's good. We haven't researched this yet, so let's put you back on there. And we can probably pass some turns for a little bit. We got a lot of berry bushes. I actually want to take out these 2 berry bushes. You can see they have a limitation on the amount that you can pick them. So we're going to try to get these 3 down. You can get other berry bushes later through random events or otherwise. But we do have some food banked up, so we can totally do this right now. So you may notice a few interruptions in here. I apologize for that. That is the habanero talking in my nose right now. So we have a villager free. You're going to see some of these early turns are going to go pretty quickly here. We kind of, if we're going to focus on population, that we kind of do have the wood resources for this, and we don't need the siege just yet. We can go ahead and make another baby right here. It just requires 1 berry to turn a pip into a baby. That is just straight up science. That's all we need to know. So we're gonna have the hunting tent, and we're gonna move from a kind of berry-filled food economy to something else in about 2 turns. So we have another baby. Growth complete. A baby Brahma. I thought that said Bama at first. And babies still eat food. So we're going to need to try to get on that food train here in just a little bit here. Alright, so foraging for this. That there. That there. We're okay for now. We'll need to get some more of this going here pretty soon. For some reason, we still have that going. Okay, I don't think we need too much else here right now. This idea is hidden behind here. Locked in the Elder's memories. So that's kind of the 2 things here. Some of these are memories that we'll need to unlock, and some of these are things that we'll need to do. +1 if a dwelling is within 1. So what would probably be good is if we built another house. Maybe, can we build a house legally right here? I think we can. So we just have a house here and we put that meeting post there. We'll see why we need that in just a little bit, but for now, everybody's good. We actually don't need to be foraging for seeds as much at the moment, but we'll get some of that and probably switch that to berries in just a second. Or we can go ahead and get some hemp. Things may change up and we may need hemp a little bit pretty soon. Alright, so we have 4 people here. We're good. We're good on wood for a while. Let's go ahead and do this, because we're going to be building a little bit next turn, so we need a little extra food. And we don't have enough people free to do this. That's fine. So research is happening. Everything is kind of going smoothly normally. And now we have some happy little question marks. Apparently people want medicine, or they're talking about medicine. And we're getting little marks here. Good wishes, the village gains 2 health. So we have a prophecy here. We haven't talked about it yet. So I don't know why the prophecy bar isn't up here at this point. Okay. My elder cat that tried to run out on me early has now decided to use the bathroom. Okay, so this is with the fear domain. This is with the fear domain. Season changing into the heat domain, and then we have a doom event that's tied into the heat domain. So we're gonna be super prepared for that this time. Health comes with other stuff later, but now we kind of know what we need. We have a hunting tent available, and if I'm remembering right, that hunting tent needs to be within some critters. But we don't want to build it there because we want to build the house there. So let's, and we want to have water there. So let's put this here. That's fine. Take you off the berries for a second, and let's actually dismantle this. and see one of our babies all grown up. We got new research available. You can see we got the Hunter's Lodge here. We got the barbecue. That's going to take 6 turns to get as well. +3 if a dwelling is within 2. So it requires hunting within 2, susceptible to burning. Let's go ahead and get the barbecue there. We can work on some of this other stuff later, like a tree or a remedy rug. We will absolutely need to do the meeting point pretty soon. So if we're down here, right here, and we're building another house here, we can have a meeting place here, and we can have a barbecue pit over here, and call it a good day. As far as I know, the within 2 does not actually count diagonals, so let's go ahead and put you on wood, because we're going to need wood. Or if we're okay on food for a minute. Let's go ahead and do another baby. Kind of hate how the old man's just dragging people around, but you can enjoy cat sounds in the background. We have +3 seeds from taking out these bushes. This is where we don't necessarily need to forage seeds right away, but we do have water here. We have lots of water here, so that's good. Okay, Cleflava finished dismantling. Growth complete. And now I think we're good on population to the point where right now we have lots of warnings about some pips starving and some pips available for work. Well, do I have a job for you and for you? And we need 7, have 8. I wonder... I think I do want to go ahead and do this. That's not what we want. So we do actually bank the research there, so that's good. Yeah, I know. You have a whole cat tower you can jump back into, and you are choosing not to at this point. Yeah, I want the meeting point first, because we don't have the prophecy menu up here yet. And I'm still not seeing it, but we did cheat into it once or twice. Pips are available for work still, so my toaster. All right, so we're gonna get a lot more berries for the next few days. We have some seeds that we can potentially plant later. We have some berries that we'll be able to get to. Everybody's just so hungry. But yeah, one of my first goals is trying to get things moved around a little bit. So let's start that with a house here. Alright, so construction there, and we already have somebody that should be able to get some chicken. It looks like it's not going to be till next turn. Let's look at the hunting tent information here. All these animals in the valley would be useful, we thought. Little did we know they could also be delicious. So hunting critters within 2. Production. Production takes 3 turns for 3 raw meat. Alright. So we've definitely got to get a little more berry stuff going. Right now we're getting a net +1 per turn. That's fine. We could be foraging for more stuff. We don't really need that yet. So I don't want to overpopulate myself. But we do want to get in a position where we can maybe work out some other food shit. Which means we may need another forager in just a little bit. Maybe that forager goes better somewhere else. We probably need to expand towards chickens. I don't know how we get there without chopping down trees. Alright. But let's stick to the plan for now. That plan is to not starve. Did recently play Don't Starve together for the first time in a while and learned that, or for the first time ever recently, and learned that the PC version doesn't have local co-op. That's annoying. Fortunately, the Switch version was on sale, but there we go. Brammer reaches adulthood, and here's our terrible foreseeing the future where blood is raining down from the sky. The apocalyptic vision, I remember it vividly. And we're all going to meet next to these chickies. The vision came to me. I saw the future, and the world is doomed. The apocalypse is coming. You brought us here to die? Don't be stupid. We're here for a reason. We can stop this. Let me tell you about my prophecy. According to what I saw, we encounter events in the near future. And this is what we talked about before, so here's our days. A doom event awaits us at the end. We must prepare for it. So in the 15th day of the next month, we have 35-day months here. We have season changing. For now, we have an omen. There's nothing that you can really do about omens here, but we can do things about fear events, which we are going to do for a little bit. You said we find a new laugh here. Disrespectful fool, are you calling me a liar? Work hard and the dooms can be defeated. This is what I saw. Now, you know the prophecy. We need to work hard to survive. That sad little child. So here's our first fear thing. 50-50, 50-50. I see. We have been cursed. An omen is coming for us. Something bad is going to happen. So everyone's freaking out. We have 5 turns before the omen. There's not a lot that you can do about it. We do have 2 turns before we can build a meeting point. And we'll get bonus happiness if that meeting point's next to a house. We're going to have 2 of those here. And then by the time the barbecue pit's done, we're going to build a barbecue pit here. We have some more berries that we can get to. In a pinch, we can forage. But I'm doing these because I want to clear these. There should be some sustainable ways to make this work, maybe. We do want to be able to get stone eventually. Alright, so... can we free up 2 people? I think we can. I don't know if I want to this turn or next turn, so we probably won't. How long until... We have 1 ailment right now, which is a baby that's growing. Toba is going to grow in 2 turns. Alright. Fortunately, pips don't take that long to grow. You just add water. Alright. And just like that, we build another cabin. So we got lots of room. Nobody living in that cabin yet. One of the nice things, unlike Banished, is that you don't actually have to worry about like walking around or logistics of distance. Everyone goes where they need to go when they need to go there. So now we have somebody else who's not working. We'll have enough to feed everybody, even if I do this. There's no genealogy tracking. And I think this is still being picked. That's the one I absolutely need to get picked. Alright, cool. So we're alright. Let's see, you can see the order when stuff moves around. We have 1 chicken that's going to be eaten as food this round. Because they'll kind of prioritize taking some of that, but it's okay. You're going to see what happens with the chicken here in a minute. For now, it's... berries are going to be our thing here. We have the meeting point. The problems in this village can be huge, but talking about them calmed everybody down. So it needs to be flat. We need to have stuff in front of here, and you'll see that this meeting point actually helps give us this resource, which is hope, instead of fear, which is a sad power. If we can get this bar all the way to the top, you can totally avoid events here. Going for 100% is nice, otherwise you risk being like me and getting XCOM'd in my earlier save. It didn't screw me much, but I did have an 87% chance to avoid the event and got it anyway, because that's how percentages work. But now we have 7 people. It's fine. Services is not that. Culture. Here we go. So meeting point. Well, there's 2 dwellings within 1. Alright, well, I thought maybe we could double stack these. Shows what I know. Alright, well. Still gonna put that there anyway. It's fine. Maybe there's a better place for it, but we're gonna get a barbecue pit here. +3 if a dwelling is within 2. Requires hunting within 2. So we'll see if that changes how things go. And then we can potentially get some of this. I wouldn't mind going ahead and trying to build a retreat a little bit sooner, but I probably need to do clearing. Wood stack is like, these things get really big. So we may do clearing a little bit later. May go for the retreat early. Because we might be able to get like a easy place over here where we can do this. If we can build another signpost and we like go out here, I could potentially have a retreat all the way down here. That doesn't seem like the worst idea. We're just going to expand now, and We definitely need more berries. Don't want to eat all the chicken. We have plans for that chicken. Let's put you here. And I think we're good on people for the time being, but we do have room to grow 2 more people. We don't need to get houses so much right now. And one of the things about the meeting point, one of the reasons that I wanted to get stuff together is that the meeting point takes 2 people. So we have another signpost. We've expanded again. Hooray. I do want to work my way up to that chicken. We do have bloody dead chicken over here, but only a little bit. Our goal is to get out of this food jam we put ourselves in, so dismantle for seeds a little bit. I could potentially put somebody on berry duty just to have a surplus here. Is there anything else I want to be building right now? Not so much. Yeah, I think we just do that for the time being, and then I'll move my thinking spot from over here because we're gonna need this area for development. But I could potentially put a thinking spot like right here, and it should be okay. All right. So lots of seeds. The nice thing about the forager is that unlike these berry bushes, they don't run out. So one more day until we get an omen. How do I want to play this? Like, I don't think I can build a well yet, can I? Let's look at our research here. So, like, the remedy rag's important. Yeah, we need a crude well before too long. So I think the goal is going to be go ahead and get research here. I want to grow more population. I'm a little concerned about my food output until we get the barbecue together, so I think I'll wait. I don't need to be building up hope yet. But maybe we do go ahead and put another forager like right here. Or right here. That could be where another house goes. But the problem with putting the forager all the way down here is that takes away prime signpost real estate. Maybe we just put it here. Alright. And that's going to take a turn to build. Thinking hard about these early game things. But we're going to be out of berries in a minute, so being out of berries can be a little bit problematic because that's where babies come from. Spoiler alert. And here comes our omen. Oh no! A crow sighting. Fear threat increases permanently, so we have wild and fear, and here's our prophecy. So now we're going to have to start dealing with the first event that can happen for this part. So everyone's going to run into their cabins and cry. And that's just how that goes. But now we have to start thinking about our next threat here. Right now the fear is not actively growing, so I should just be able to like take it out maybe. Alright. So if we do this, and I don't think we need excess wood so much right now. We can do this for a little bit and get extra hope because we're getting +2 versus +0. We can do this for just a few turns. How long do we have on these berry bushes is going to be a very important question. Although I could potentially build 2 barbecues. if we do one here and one here, perhaps. Because I don't know if that's going to work unless I build a house like down here. Maybe that would be the next place to put a house. Alright, well, regardless. How many turns do you have? 1 turn left, 3 turns left. Okay, it's going to get a little dicey for a minute. We need more backup food. Alright, so you guys are all... Didn't mean to keep you on hemp. Alright, my toaster. Okay, we'll just put you 2 on there for now. Alright, this is fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong as long as we are continuing to produce chicken. And deep thoughts. Tello reached adulthood. That's another set of hands. And look at that. We have a good surplus of food now. So the BBQ is completed here. The first cause of death for our pips back then was their love of medium rare. So we need something plus wood to get something. Susceptible to burning. Requires all the things. So our definite next research is to make research faster. We also have altars that can give you serenity here for meditation. Apparently if you give it chicken. Alright, let's build a cooking thing. Alright, so I can build one here. That'll give me 4. I can build one here. That'll give me 7. So we do want to clear this bush. And that'll give us more. Alright, cool. So barbecue 1. Need a worker available. It's not going to be you. Although it is nice that we do have stuff over here. We can potentially get more chicken in a little bit. What I was thinking is that you could use these chickens to actually make the barbecue. That's where I ran into a problem before. And I think since we're maxed out on hope for now, you guys can turn those hopes and dreams into a small child. That small child will cost a leg of chicken, but it is fine. Alright, so 6 more turns until we increase research speed. Let's go. And you can speed up this whole end of turn process if you really want to, but look, the child is dancing on the barbecue. That's probably not safe. Okay, so we actually didn't start constructing the barbecue. That's kind of bad. Okay. Well, we are getting food. We are not starving. So that's a plus. Bit of a misplay there, but it's okay. Let's go ahead. Berry shrubs. These bushes are full of thorns. Produces the reserve is refilled at the start of spring and summer. I don't think we need to clear this bush. I think we can keep it and it will be resumed here and resumed here. So yeah, maybe we do get 1 person on there. Definitely want 1 person back on the wood. So that's fine. Hom nom nom nom. But see, when you beat back an omen, you end up getting a good event instead of a bad event. So that's fine. Alright, so we have a lot more things that we can build or research over here. Right now, things are fairly smooth. We can't do that anymore. We can continue to beat these things down. I guess it's time to build another house. I did say if we build one here, we can build a second barbecue. So that's fun. You know what else we need? We need another wood thing. Let's put this here, because if I put a signpost up here, well, we can always dismantle the wood thing later, to be honest. So I'll just put it up here for now. Alright, do we have anybody to actually build this? I think that's going to be your job. Alright. So everything's under construction, nothing's on fire. We have 8 population. and everybody's going to sleep. It's a good day. Like I said, this game is part of the satisfaction for me. It's just kind of the faster turnaround of everything. But we have I see unknown event coming upon us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope. We can fight it. So we have 5 more days. Now we get the prophecy scroll here. So we're already good on hope. After this is done, we definitely need to research a well so we can start dealing with the next sort of set of circumstances. Okay. So we're going to need some wood. That's good. We finally have somebody working the barbecue. So that takes 1 chicken, and that takes 1 meat. And if we cook here... So that'll work like that. All right. So now we have 2 barbecues. We don't have to have them running all the time, but this will make us not as dependent on berries. So we are going to go ahead and get through this. We can work on farming and shit in a little bit too. But you can see the fear is trying to build, and it's not doing a very good job. Look at all that delicious chicken. I think I didn't build the barbecue again. Or maybe I did. Anyway, we do need to work towards some of these chickens, so I think if we throw a signpost down here, we don't get that wood and we don't get that chicken, so that's useless. If we throw a signpost up here, we could potentially get there in 2. I don't think that's the worst thing. Alright. So look, we're now getting fear growth. Power from fear is +1. So we will need to drop some people back in there eventually. But you can see we're eating, we're cooking and we're eating, and we're cooking. We don't actually have people available right now. So we don't need you beating the berries. Phrasing, I know, but... So, 4 wood for that. Our wood situation's not the best, but we will have enough to build a better thinking spot and then research a well here in a little bit. I wouldn't mind getting another baby right now, but I just don't think... I want to build a food surplus first. So you're still going from these berries. That's fine. We're going to need 2 people on this. Alright. Everyone's just hanging out down the street. And then these 4 houses are probably all I need right now. Because you can see there's not like much of an upkeep mechanic, but you can see that the power of fear is building up every day, and we can just beat it back here. We just want to time and make sure that we have this doing the right thing before too long. So we need wood. That's good. We're always going to use 1 wood to burn the barbecue pit. But we want to be able to get to the chickens here. You know, if I go ahead and build a signpost... Ugh, we don't get that stone. But we get next to the stone. That might be good enough. Alright. So everybody's necessary except for you. Build this. And then you can get to finishing foraging berries so that if we decide we need to make more children, we can always do that. Alright. Alright, so we've got other things going on. Somebody's whistling while he works and is doing a dance, and we get some bonus hope there. Singing! The village gains 2 hope. Okay, that's the prophecy. I want to know more about singing. Okay, it doesn't have anything there, but there we go. Cool. We can actually zoom in on our pips. I forgot to mention that. I'll do that here in a minute. Research completed for the retreat. I may actually want to build the retreat somebody else would like. I think it's Alt. It's one of these buttons. Maybe... Okay. Well, we'll deal with that later. Alright, so services, we have a research tree here. That's an okay spot. I think a better spot. Not necessarily next to the water. Not next to where we're doing stone production. I think this is fine. So this is going to take 2 turns to build. We do want some other research going on, and we do know that we're going to need a pond, and we're going to need a well to fill that pond. This can also cure pips from burning, not that we'd ever have to worry about that. So herbs are for autumn. Spring, summer, and autumn for tomato fields. I don't know if we'll need to go the tomato field route, but I may research that after we get through some of this shit. Okay, so we have so much barbecue. It's just so exciting. For efficiency's sake, let's finish this out. I don't think we actually need 2 people on there right now, so baby time. Alright, so we can put these other chimkins over here if we build another hunting vest here. So all we need is for the barbecue. Remind me again. Hunting within 2 and dwelling within 2. Alright, so we can definitely put this here. And see, we get a little bit of extra road. It's all good. How many days? 2 more days. Alright. Loro has been born and Loro is growing. How fun. And somebody else has a random event here and has an idea, and that idea is, ooh, actually going straight into research here. A village gains 3 knowledge from a novel idea. Just luck trait. So there's all kinds of little random events you get. That's something that you unlock early on, so that means little Timmy can build a crude well here. Some pips have found ways to collect water from the ground by digging their bare hands. Others would rather drink from the sea, but we don't talk about them. Alright, so we have cooking, hunting, and gathering. So this is water, and that's water. And this is water. Well, let's start building where I said I'd build, and let's put it up. Let's put it up here. And we're gonna ditch this in a second and build a pond right there. Alright, so that's 2 turns. Not enough wood, oh boy. Alright. How about now? Do we have enough wood now? Yes. Could probably just go ahead and make another baby, but we'll do this instead. But this is where, after the pond, we are definitely going to need to start working towards better wood production. So this helps with that burning sensation you get in the hot months. And I guess technically we can let this get to a round number. All right, so we have lots of seeds, we have lots of hemp, and it's one of the last days of spring. Oh, here comes our event, by the way. All right, and we don't need it. We got a ton of surplus of food here. So we don't need to worry too much more about barbecuing everything to shit here. Okay, so die roll here, 100% versus 0%. And you can see that we have more memories that we're going to be able to unlock here in a minute. And what happens here? I think we're going to get instant growth. This baby has turned into an adult. Loro is not growing anymore. He's got a sweet beard too. Cool. All right, a pip child became an adult. So here's our prophecy. We have a and then here's our doom event. Alright. So now that we're all good here, we can take a look at kind of the meta progression unlock. We've already unlocked that. We have health, happiness, weathers unlocks more memories first for 2 new events. And then we can get fishing eventually. So let's see, we got 19 points. So healthy. Then happiness. Some pips would just wake up feeling content for no reason. Pips subject to countless diseases, better to keep them healthy, so those are all pretty nice. Weathers. Like Carl Weathers? Oh, I should have taken those acting classes. Alright, weather events. When weather events are temporary, only one weather can be active at a given time. Weather events can temporarily change the threat of the domain. Since the change is not permanent, the threat appears differently. And then we have 6 points as well for relationships, which gives us a new mechanic. Pips may form relationships. After an event, a connection can be formed. It can be friendly, it can be a rivalry. And 7 points for this. So the more events we conquer, the more memories we get to unlock. So that was kind of me getting some stuff here, plus from my last run that I didn't actually cash in. So now that we're here, and we're definitely going for the well and then the puddle, and we get +1 if a water maker is within there. The other thing that's actually pretty important is that we don't have a thinker available. We need to train a thinker, which is just right-clicking, so we'll get that next turn. And then we can start getting that research bonus. And we may want to build a second giant tree here before too long. But it is a nice efficiency to have that there, so we'll let you do your thing. And then build a well. We're running through our chicken surplus. But that'll change here in a little bit. Pip available for work, I bet you are. What did I say we could build? Probably not that. We don't have the wood for that. I think it's not the worst idea to go ahead and build another well down here. We may need it. Alright. So see, we got 4 wood in there, and then we used all 4 of our wood. We're actually getting close to capping out on chicken. So, look at your sweet thinker training for Loro. Loro the child prodigy. And we can totally do something else over here too. So we got Banished Chimkin. We can go ahead and dismantle you. And we can go ahead and build a... We can't build a pond yet. Okay. We don't need the signpost necessarily yet. We don't need the thinker's post or anything here. We are going to need some more wood before long. Maybe I go ahead and just temporarily build a 3rd wood thing. Just to have it. Do we have anybody that can build it? I don't think we need this much barbecue chicken right now, so you do that. You're collecting water without falling in a well. Good job. Alright, everybody's chowing down. Alright, a puddle. This will help with the summer months a little bit later. So we're building ahead to things that we don't even have to deal with yet. That's part of the goal, right? So cold. This will give us +2. Alright. Because those have to be filled. And you're already chopping the wood. So can we actually go ahead? We can build one here. I think we're probably good if we do it like that. So we'll have Somebody move over. Probably don't need everybody gathering. Oh. Okay, well, that's not going to be this turn then. And new research. Bigger puddle. I think I said we need bigger wood chops. Although, like, a skinning rack isn't bad. A hunter's lodge. What's the difference between this and this? Well, one of these requires stone, first off. So stone is an advanced resource. That's gonna take some work to actually get here. Relaxing stand or shared table. Those are important. Workbench, this. Let's focus on what we know we can do here. Let's get the wood cutting out of the way because the wood stack has to be built on cleared land. And stone gatherer we can also work towards, but that's going to cost some wood too. So let's work on the wood first. If a woodchuck could chuck wood. Still not enough wood for that right now. We got everybody given all they got for the wood. Hey, we built a puddle. Hooray! We're going to need to go back to cooking some chicken here in a minute. Alright. Alright, so let's stop you from gathering water. Put you up there. Because we don't have to worry about the thinker yet. And, probably don't need you gathering wood right now. We probably need you cooking. Anybody can do anybody's job. So we got some chicken going on. We've got some issues with wood gathering that we're going to solve. And then we can work on building up our population some more. Because once again, we have resource caps to deal with. We ate a lot of chicken. There we go. Alright, so +6. So we got our whole thinking area over here. So let's do a clearing. Probably here. Well, if we do this, then we can start making some wood production over here. We need a worker available. Okay, yeah, we can start building up against cold. That's fine. We put you here. We don't have to worry as much about that this turn. And then new research. Wood stack. It's going to take a little bit before we get there, but because we're going to have 3 research per turn, it's gonna get better. Okay, I think we're getting an event coming. So much chimkin. Alright, but yeah, this is dotAGE. Like I said, we're gonna get to the Doom, or maybe I didn't say it. I was thinking it though. We're gonna try to get to the Doom event and see if we have to fight any demons from hell. I can feel it on my bones. The next season is coming up. Get ready for it. Alright, so we have successfully worked towards that. Alright. Let's get you back on wood gathering. We've got... Gotta train another thinker. And then we probably don't need 2 people working the grill right now. How are we doing on wood, by the way? Because we maybe could cheat for a turn. And go for a little bit more population. Alright, this is fine. Want to get the people while we can get the people. so we have our thinkers thinking. Looks like one of our thinkers I might have accidentally sent to make a baby, but I guess that's one form of inspiration. Alright. I like turns. I got 100 turns. Okay, cool. So we have two infants, more chimkins, more wood, and one left to gather here. There's probably some other things I should do, but we'll go ahead and start with this. Alright. Okay, if we build a stone gatherer, we'll want to put them down there for sure. Alright, so we got 2 wells. New season coming up. New research coming up. If I put a signpost here, it lets me poke a little bit. So does this. I don't think we need to work so much towards the next chicken as we do. I kind of like this better. Alright. Alright, you get down here. And see, we're not having to forage for berries, but we're going to have to forage for other stuff pretty soon. We can get some of those resources back. You know what, in fact, let's go ahead and dismantle this. And I'm going to build another clearing here. You know what, no, let's build a clearing here. This may not be the best move, but it's the move I'm gonna make. Because we got more places to put houses in a minute. Let's double check the research. I hate doing it like this, but like if we look at our community stuff here, requires a dwelling within 2, +2 of socials within there. Education needs to be isolated. We can build a better well. Okay, I think we're okay to have the clearing here. There's other things we'll definitely want to build. All right. All right, so we got more area. And more logging. Wood stack. We spent a lot of time choosing the best sticks we could find to build houses. We have a soft spot for the very pointy ones. Alright. So, new schedule here. Let's go ahead and build a wood stack right here. And a wood stack right here. And that'll get us a lot of wood together, where then we can probably go ahead and deconstruct this for a little bit of wood. And we're going to deconstruct this for a little bit of wood too. We'll keep that one there for now. So we don't need to gather that much water. Alright. Alright, do those count as social buildings? No, those don't. So we'll need to research something else here in a little bit. I got some options here. I could build a shared table, which lets us add water and stuff, and +2 for social buildings within 2 and requires a dwelling within 2. I kind of want to go ahead. I know tilled fields helps with things and helps unlock stuff. But I think we can start with this. Alright. And two of those research points will carry over. Alright, we're going to need some chicken here in a second. But the nice thing about our little bit of micromanagement here is that we are able to get some goodies going here. So what are y'all doing? Y'all are just hanging out down the street. 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, did we already actually populate our place a little too much? Okay. Let's build a cabin here. I could build it here, but this feels a little better. Alright. We could research better houses too. Who's idle? And it's time for a change of season. Did I remember to... Okay, I remember to cook more chicken. We're good. So our wood problems are going to go away for a while now. So new season. Hooray. Our berries should be back too. And the elder has a vision of heat. I bet you do. Season threat is +1. Alright, so since we're kind of an hour in, what I'm going to do... I know I said I wanted to play on a little bit, but I think I'll make this one a two-parter. So what that means is that we're going to work up towards this and towards the heat and kind of show you what comes up after this. So that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher with dotAGE, part 1 of a two-parter. Who knew, right? So coming up next, we're going to go into the summer, face our first Doom event, and show you kind of where the game goes. But that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Check it out on Steam. I know the price point looks a little bit crazy for something that is a pixelated turn-based game like this, but I promise you there's a lot of depth here and a lot to enjoy. So thanks for watching. See you next time.